number 84. I am Geetha. I will be the Sergeant at Arms for the meeting. Toastmasters International is a non-profitable organization started by Ralph Medley to promote public speaking. Let me quote the mission of a Toastmasters club. We provide a supportive and a positive learning experiences in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. There are certain ground rules which we need to follow during the meeting. Please refrain from making any references relating to religion, politics, and sex, which may hurt other sentiments during the meeting. Please turn off all noise-making devices, including mobile phones, or put them in silent mode. Avoid crosstalks when someone is speaking. Once again, I welcome all of you to the Technopark Toastmasters meeting number 84. Now, I would like to, since there is no president right now for the meeting, I will hand over the control to TMOD, Eustine Thomas. May I invite her for this meeting number 84. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Geetha, for that introduction. It is my pleasure to be the Toastmaster of the day for the meeting number 84. Let me introduce the theme of the day, how to beat procrastination, one of my favorite topic. And the word of the day is unfeigned. So I would like to talk about the theme of the day, which is my personal favorite, how to beat procrastination. Procrastination is the thief of time. Hope we all know that. During my school days, when we have exam holidays, so I used to get 2 months of exam holidays. So every time when we start the days, I think, okay, I have 60 days, I have 8 subjects to cover. So I just calculate it and do a lot of mathematics, and I think, okay, I'll study each subject on these days. Then I think, okay, I'll start from Monday. So today is only Wednesday, so I'll do, I think, 5 days I'll enjoy. Then after 5 days, Monday, I'll think, oh, Monday, I again have some 55 days. I already know these subjects. So maybe a few more days. Now what happens is every Monday I think the same. Then just before 2 weeks of the exam, I realize I just have 12 days. I have 8 subjects to complete. I sit evening, morning, night. Every time I sit, I study, and I write the exams. It happens for me with every incident. For example, now last month I had my dance performance. So I came to know about this performance 60 days before. So I thought, oh, I have 60 days to prepare. Wow, every day, morning and evening, I do practice. What happens? I get into other priorities. After 30 days, I think, oh, I have 30 days. Okay, I'll do 2 times practice morning and evening. After 20 days, I know now I have only 10 days for my program. Instead of doing 1 time, 2 time practice, every hour I do practice. Then on the day of the program, yeah, somehow I perform. Now, what happens here? I procrastinate. I procrastinate for 1 month or few weeks till the last couple of weeks and days of the event. But I give my best in that last weeks and perform. Do I achieve my goals? Yes, I do achieve my goals, but I don't think that is the best result. If I studied for 2 months and if I practice for that 60 days, I would have achieved more marks. I would have performed better. So as you all know, procrastination is like an addiction. It gives you pleasure in the beginning, but destroys you in the end. And procrastination is like your credit card. It's lots of fun, but until you get the bill. Now, I know very well about the procrastination and how it affects your success, how it is going to affect our goals, but still you procrastinate. Why? So I was keep on thinking about it. I was reading a lot of articles. Then I was going through a TEDx talker. He's a famous writer, and I was just going through his TEDx talks, and he portrayed the mind of a procrastinator in a riveting way. And I would like to share it with you. So every individual's mind looks same. But for a procrastinator, there is always an instant gratification monkey which is attached near to the mind. So this is your mind, and this is the instant gratification monkey, which is, this will help. This is actually telling your brain to procrastinate. So the mind says to focus and study, but the instant gratification monkey, he wants pleasure. So he says, oh, we have 2 months for exams. Let's enjoy this week. From next week, we will start studying. During the dance event, again, he came and told, why do you want to practice now? You already learned this item, right? So do one thing, you practice this after some time. Maybe this evenings, you can chillax, you can do Netflix series, you can, have fun. Now it goes on. You keep spending your time doing worthless things and makes that little monkey happy all the time. Now, still these procrastinators accomplish things, right? How? So here comes that character. He's known as panic monster. So it is just 2 to 3 weeks before your exam or a few days before your dance program. This panic monster comes. So this is your brain, this is your mind, this is your instant gratification monkey. Here comes the panic monster. When the panic monster comes, gratification monkey runs away. Why? Because he's scared. Our little gratification monkey is actually scared of the panic monster. Now, panic monster will ensure you study hard and you practice hard enough to perform well in your exams and stage program. Panic monster is actually dormant most of the time, but he suddenly wakes up when there is a deadline which is too close, or when there is a danger of public embarrassment or your career disaster, something like happens, that time only panic monkey comes. Now, instant gratification monkey is scared and ran away. Now, I couldn't complete it in 2 months. I studied it in 5 days and I passed my exams. Have you ever thought anytime, if this monkey plays with our mind and panic monster come and attack him and save us, everybody can be successful, right? Because every time when we have that kind of mindset, monkey plays, panic monster attacks, we can be successful still. But we could have all achieved our dreams and goals at a point of time. But why we cannot? Why these procrastinators cannot achieve goals? Because the reason is the panic monster will come to the scene only if there is a deadline. That panic monster wants to see the deadline. For example, I have that exam which is on March 15th. I have my dance program which is on May 10th. So there is a deadline. So what about the goals and dreams we have, which we don't have a deadline, or we didn't have a plan to complete or achieve goal? So that time panic monster will not come, and still this little monkey will keep playing with your mind. So a goal without a timeline is just a dream. Let us put unfeigned effort to find out our own ways to wake up our panic monster throughout our journey to achieve our goals, and ensure this little gratification monkey sit only on the trees, not on your mind. So thank you so much, everyone. With this thought, I would like to move on to our meeting. I invite the general evaluator to explain the evaluation process and the team to support him. The general evaluator of the day is TM Dev Balaji. Dev Balaji is working as business analyst for the last 8 years in TCS. His passion is playing badminton and public speaking. Welcome, G.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good morning, fellow Toastmaster and my dear guests. Today, I'm going to play a dual role. So, first role is general evaluator. So, since we have a guest now, let me explain the role. My role is to evaluate each and everybody who are speaking now and who are not going to speak as well, right from the start till the end. So, I have my team who is going to support with other parameters. They'll help me with their reports. So, let me call upon my team. First, starting with the timing. Timing is very crucial. We have to end and we have to save your time as well as committed. So, to do that role, we have our timer Toastmaster Geetha with us. Toastmaster Geetha, could you please explain your role to us? Over to you.
Welcome, friends. I'm taking the second part of my role today as timer. As timer, I will time all the speakers today, which includes prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluation. I will alert each speaker of the time they have left using a green color pen and a red color pen and also an yellow pen, which denotes specific time remaining depending on the speech. For table topics, the speaker should limit their remarks to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will show this green color pen. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I will show the yellow color pen. And at 2 minutes, I will show the red color pen. You will get a grace period of 30 seconds to wind up, for which the red color pen remains displayed until you finish and hand over the control back. For the prepared speeches, the time limit is between 5 and 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will show the red color pen. At 6 minutes, I will show the yellow color. And at 6 minutes, I will show the red color. And individual evaluation should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will show the green color pen again. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will show the yellow color pen. And at 3 minutes, I will show the red color pen. With this, I hand over my control to General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geetha. On a lighter note, I feel for the manufacturer of the pen. They never would have thought that this will use for this purpose, right? Thanks for that. So moving on, we will have our grammarian, Toastmaster Anup will play the role of a grammarian for today. Let me call Toastmaster Anup to explain his role. Anup, the screen is yours.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As the grammarian for the day, as the grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usages. I will take note of any improper language, as well as outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts that are used between the speeches. As a grammarian, it is also my responsibility to introduce you to the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word of the day is unfeigned, which means genuine, which is not pretended. It's real, sincere, heartfelt, or unforced. It's important to actually link it back to the gratifying monkey example, which the TMOD took or spoke about. Because if you are actually genuine and not pretending and sincere towards the activities that you want to really do, the gratifying monkey will always be away. Some of the usages of this particular word, like she looked at him with unfeigned admiration. It was obvious from Alex's unfeigned shock. He had known nothing about the surprise party. And when the director gave a smiling nod towards the end of the session, I knew he was giving me an unfeigned approval. So it is something that is closely related to the procrastination, being sincere, so that procrastination never seeps in. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day, and I request the audience to acknowledge and applaud the speaker when the word of the day is used. I'll give the grammarian's report when called upon during the meeting, along with the report on the usage of the word of the day. Thank you, Toastmaster Dev. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anup. I am seriously thinking how to use this word. Somehow I'll use this word before the end of the meeting. Thanks for the word of the day as well. So it's up to us to make his job easy or tough by making so many mistakes or by making less mistakes. Let's keep his tough job today. Moving on, we have our counter for today, Toastmaster Pradyumna. So who will explain his role? Pradyumna, the screen is all yours.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Pradyumna. Today I'm playing the role of to our counter. I'm doing this for the first time, so please do bear with me if there are any mistakes that I count in. As a part of this role, I'm going to pay key attention to what each speaker speaks and note down the special characters like like. So I'll count each words and make a count of them, and probably at the end of it, I'll be reading out the count and each Toastmaster had used while during the conversation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pradyumna, and best wishes and good luck for taking up this role for the very first time. And back to you, Toastmaster of the day, to continue with the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dev and the tag team. Now let's move to the next session. We are going to start the session on prepared speeches. We all know that prepared speeches are where Toastmasters practice and perform the delivery of a prepared speech in front of an audience. Today's speaker is TM Manu, who is attempting the subject, 2 golden rules in customer support. The evaluator for the speech is TM Dev. I already introduced Dev to you all. Now, I would like to welcome TM Manu. Talking about TM Manu, he's working in Technopark in a company called Infoblogs as a senior manager. He loves doing different things. So this is his attempt. And TM Manu, 2 golden rules in customer support. 2 golden rules in customer support by TM Manu. Over to you, Manu.
Ishan, sorry, let me explain the objective of that speech alone before we get to them.
Okay.
Yeah. So today, Toastmaster Manu is attempting his path from strategic relationship, the path he has chosen is. So he is doing his level 3, and the project is all about connect with storytelling. So the purpose of this particular speech or project is for member to practice using a story within a speech or giving a speech that is a story. The time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. All the very best, Toastmaster Manu. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dev, and a very good morning to all of you. Thanks for being here on a Saturday morning. Customers, I believe all of you would agree that they are the bread and butter for all the organizations. All companies need very happy customers to stay with them, continue to spend with them, and most importantly, be very happy with them. End of the day, our salary comes one way or the other from probably a user who's using the product or services or another organization who is using the service. I work in a product company. It's a network product company. And I also work in the very important technical support team where we support our customers. We support our customers when they have any sort of need, if it's a silly, simple question, or if it's a very big outage. Let me go back a couple of weeks back. We had a very big outage. That was the biggest outage that we ever had in our organization. That day was as if all hell broke loose. There were tons of messages in Slack, lot of emails, lot of customer calls. That's the ultimate that we can imagine from a support perspective. For all of us, starting with the level 1 engineers to the senior managers, directors, till the CEO. We immediately got everybody involved in that situation. Yes, from a support perspective, we cannot fix issues, but there is a lot of things that we can do. We got everybody involved into the situation. We got engineering and most importantly, the engineering team. And we were able to fix the issue in a quick note. But we did not stop there. The fixing of the issue took around like 15 minutes. And the 15 minutes, yes, all these customers had very big impact on their business as well, financial loss. And you can just imagine what would happen when a network product stops working all of a sudden. But from a support perspective, we did not stop there once the issue got fixed. Probably some organizations might think that, oh, the issue is fixed, so we don't have anything to do else. Let's go back to our normal work. Within 4 to 6 hours of issue resolution, we send out an update to all our customers saying that this is what happened. We'll get back to you within the next 24 hours with a complete root cause of what happened. And within the next 24 hours, and I think it was probably within the next 14 to 15 hours, we got back with a complete root cause of what happened, what we are doing to prevent this issue going forward, and what they can do from their end as well. We didn't stop there as well because we knew this was not a regular outage that our customers faced. We individually contacted each and every customer. I mean, this is from the management perspective, not from the support engineers perspective. We contacted each and every customer from a management perspective and told them, okay, do you have time to just sync up? We can sync up about the root cause. And we send them mails. Some of them responded, some of them did not respond. But for the customers who responded, we connected with them one-on-one. We heard their frustrations. Somebody shouted, some customers shouted, but that's fine. We are there to hear that because ultimately we caused the issue. But we heard them. We gave them our analysis of the issue. We helped them to monitor that scenario on their end as well so that they can find these issues quicker on their end if needed. Ultimately, 2 weeks down, the last 2 weeks were really bad. I mean, everybody had to pitch in. But after 2 weeks, I can say that we did not get a single bad survey. Now, from a support perspective, we deal with surveys. We send out surveys to the customer, and I believe all of you might have got surveys when you deal with support. We did not get a single bad survey, even though this was a really, really bad outage for the customers. And another aspect was that there was also customers who came back and said that, yes, this happens. These sort of things happens very often, but we were amazed at the professionalism and the communication that you guys did. That talks a lot about what your organization is. To hear that from a customer who had a financial impact as well was really, really great. So that's the first golden rule that I would say about customer support or even support. Don't stop anywhere. Go to any extent possible to help the customers. The second golden rule I would say is help them no matter what. I mean, even if it's a simple, silliest question, help them. There was a company who contacted us. They are not a customer. We don't have any direct contractual obligations with them. But then indirectly, we were affecting their services. They contacted us via email. We fixed the issue the same day. But then they had one simple, silly question or simple ask. It took some time, but then we fixed that and we got back to the customer. Not a customer, but that company. The company was in all appreciation. They even compared it to their vendor, who was our customer, and said that the difference was day and night. That was good to hear from a non-customer as well. So that's the second rule that we all have. Even if it's the silliest, smallest things, help the customer. Many of us think that support is something that is done only by the service desk or probably the support engineers. But I feel that support should be done by everyone. If you are in HR, the employees in an organization are your customers. If you are in an IT, all the employees using the IT assets are your customers. If you are in finance, people contacting you for payroll-related questions are your customers. So this golden rule is applicable not just for a support organization or a service desk. It is applicable for every one of us. We all are working in Technopark in different areas, but I think the golden rule is applicable for all of us. As Gandhi once said, the customer is the most important person in our premise. He is not dependent on us. We are dependent on him. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Manu. Next, we move on to an interesting session. That is the table topic session, where we all have an opportunity to try our extempore speaking. Today, we have Toastmaster Ratika as the topic master. Talking about Ratika, she is an HR professional and she is an diversity, equity, inclusion enthusiast. Now she is heading HR in Ozonetal in Hyderabad. 20 plus years of experience in Technopark. She was part of WE, that is Women Inclusive in Technology, Child Care Hub, Technopark Toastmasters Club, and Technopark Employee Cooperative Hospital Society. So I welcome Toastmaster Ratika to be the table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Eustine, and a very, very interesting topic for the day, procrastination. I'm a queen of procrastination, and it has been a very tough journey trying to overcome this inherent behavioral pattern. I do not know if we are all made to be lazy bums. We enjoy our time, we would like to procrastinate things for the next day so that let us handle it tomorrow. Today I'll do something else, which is more interesting to me at this point in time. So that is a loop that we all of us keep getting into. And to get out of the loop, we need external help. We need tools and techniques. And most importantly, we need the circle of support and accountability partners, as I call them. So today my role is to do the table topic conversations. I'll be the table topic master. And we have 8 of us here. So I have put up a theme for the day, definitely linked to the topic of the day. So what I'm asking from all of you is, with unfeigned enthusiasm, please be part of this table topic marathon or debate. So all of you know that this is about doing interesting conversations in the sense we will have a topic. This is about impromptu speech. We have 2 minutes. 1 minute will be to discuss the, we can, I'm just checking if my screen is up. So in a nutshell, everybody gets 2 minutes of impromptu speech. Geetha already explained. In 1 minute, she will show you the green background. 1 minute, 30 seconds, there will be a yellow background. And 2 minutes, there will be a red pen background, in the sense, Geetha will be showing the pen to alert you. You also get 30 seconds of buffer time to conclude your speech. So this is this speech practice that I love. And all of you, just pick up your discussion topic, and there is a color for emotion every day. So if you want to pick the color of your emotion, I'll give you a topic that you can talk on. Volunteers, please.
Okay, let me try myself, Toastmaster Pradyumna. So let me try with yellow.
Wow. So, Pradyumna, your topic is here. Happy yellow, dirty fellow. Something you did or didn't do that makes you laugh out loud.
Something I did that made me laugh out loud. Oh, probably that might not be the recent past, but ages ago, when I do not know the market prices and so on, I just purchased the lemons that are in yellow. Instead of purchasing 10 lemons, I had purchased 100 plus lemons, thinking that the cost of each lemon is $10. So that made me laugh out of loud when I reached home and I checked my bag with full of lemons and nothing else from the market. Yep, that's not the recent past. Yep.
Go on. So 100 lemons in a bag and carrying it back home. Please continue.
Back home, thinking that one lemon cost 10 rupees and I paid the amount to the vendor. And when I opened the bag and checked the bag to prepare the lunch, and we see nothing else but lemons. And that day it was full of all lemon dishes at home. Lemon rice, lemon pickle, lemon dal, everything goes with lemon. So everyone, not just me, everyone around, the neighbors and everybody started laughing. So this story had become very popular in the area where we lived in. Thank you.
Thank you for that. So the color yellow brought back memories of lemon, which is relatable to all of us. And that's an interesting story, definitely. And moving on to the next topic. Who next? Who would like to?
Can I go?
Shivraj?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay. I would go with white color.
You will go with white. Super.
Yeah. Blank page, clear, unsigned. Please pick your own topic. Very nice. Okay.
You are the
Uh,
master of your destiny.
okay. Thank you for the opportunity. Anyway, I'm new to this Toastmaster, but I have attended one previous session. So this is my second session with the Toastmaster. And some of you know me because I just attended one of the previous session. I have explained myself and career, my current status. And this is my second session ever. So, and I couldn't attend the last class because I had some work, so I need to complete before that coming uh, next week onwards. So, uh, come to my self-introduction, I would say. My name is Shivaraj KR. I'm based out on Kochi, Kerala. So I'm currently working as a revenue analyst in a cybersecurity company located in Bangalore. So currently I'm working from home, but I'm planning to move to Bangalore next month. So the one thing I have to say that the topic I'm going to take is that the best decision which ever I taken in recently. So I had been working in my company for 1 year actually. So I completed my first anniversary with my company, and from the starting point onwards, I'm facing some conference issue and communication issue. So I have consulted with a few members and few friends. So they're all repeatedly telling me that confidence and communication is both are different. Do not match with both of them. So you have to you have to try to increase the confidence level, and the second priority must be the communication level. So that is the one thing I have to do, but I try to do from myself, but there are limitations to do from my own. Then I uh, then I search how to improve my communication as well as the confidence level. So I get to know this Toastmasters is there. How do I get this? Actually, my manager suggested me to do this. Please try to do. You will get the improvement definitely. And okay, I think my time is up, right? Okay, we'll explain later. Okay, thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Shivraj. That was a very good way of utilizing your 2 minutes to table topics. And you picked up your topic well, and then you have introduced and narrated the story. Excellent. I like that. The way you make use of the elevator pitch time. So, who next?
Can I go next?
Here? Dave.
No, it's me, Anup.
Hey, Anup.
Yeah, hi,
Yes.
blue. I will go with blue.
You will go with blue. Blue sky is the limit. Sky is the limit, and no time to procrastinate. What do you think?
Okay, that's great. Okay, so fellow Toastmasters, the reason I chose blue was to actually relate it with the season that we are having, which is the vacation season. So blue skies, blue beaches. This is what I thought of doing while I was in the month of March, right? I detailed a lot of things to do, a lot of places to visit, a lot of pictures flashing through my mind. But essentially, got held up in the room with a lot of work to do, and yeah, that's where I am at the moment. So it just goes opposite to what we are discussing today. It's especially on the procrastination part, right? I could accuse myself of having procrastinated for probably 10 days or 12 days of first part of the holidays or vacations, and then would have been actually in a situation where I could not actually go out because of other commitments. But yeah, that is how it works in life, right? So it's more important to have that unfeigned importance that you actually give to any kind of activities that you have, not being complaining about the fact that you are a procrastinator because you would have actually given importance to something else. That does not count as if you are actually procrastinating. You are actually keeping it aside for some genuine reason, right? So what I would summarize is that it is not always you need to think that you are actually procrastinating. If there is a genuine reason because of which you have actually kept something aside, then you should not feel bad about it. Things will happen when it's really the time. Thank you.
Superb. So, you clearly mentioned about the difference between procrastination and proper planning when there's an emergency coming up, there is priorities changes, and things keep moving.
Yeah.
Very good. The way you brought in the distinction is very clear. Who next? Who is going to pick up your color now? Sorry, red has already come up. So whoever is going to speak now, please.
Shall I?
Eustine.
Yeah.
your favorite color, is it?
Yes. Thank you, Radhika. Thank you. Hi, everyone. So I was about to choose red, in fact. So why I choose red? Because I maybe, as a personality trait, I always prefer to choose that bright colors. Maybe that is how I am. So red here is scared. So this means a moment where I was scared. That's what I have to explain, right? Okay, so if you ask me, a moment I'm scared is anytime I have to complete something. If I want to complete something, that is also something related to procrastination. So as I told, this panic monster, right? The panic monster which attacks us, which helps us to reach that goal. So that is the time when I start getting scared. I know that, okay, by this day, I have to complete particular task. I have a deadline. Then before that, maybe I had 2 months to prepare, but I didn't do it. But just before that 1 week, I start getting scared. I don't know whether I can use that word scared, but yes, that gives the whole attention of me, the whole focus of me will go to that particular area, and I start working hard. Then whatever the energy I could utilize, I do, and I ensure that I complete it. So I always used to think, why I'm getting this much worried, why I'm getting scared, rather than I could have done that for that prior 2 months. So this happens to me all the time, and I am also trying my ways, different ways of getting out of it. So as a group, we can also discuss things. You have your own way to beat the procrastination so that we can share it. So I heard that somebody used to have journals. I also do that. I write my things every week. I write what I want to achieve, and if I don't achieve, I tick it. If I achieve, I tick it. If not, I cross it. So I think that is one thing which we can do. Keep a journal and write down things. You're on mute.
We cannot hear. We cannot hear you, Radhika.
Excellent. Thank you so much. How to overcome your fear and manage the panic monkey. Excellent inputs. And then you mentioned the journal also. So we have now Manu, Geetha, and Dave.
I'll go next.
You will go next. Okay.
Yeah, black color.
You will go with black. Scene contra. The flip side of what makes you postpone things that you had or want to overcome.
So when she first told that all the topics will be related to procrastination, I was googling how to fix it, all this thing. But suddenly she comes up with something which we cannot speak about. So good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, my dear friends. So the flip side, or you could say positive side to procrastinate. I mean that is what the question is all about. And to be frank, don't worry if you procrastinate. That is my first thought when I hear that procrastination is evil, all these things. Because way back in my TCS Kochi Toastmaster Club, I was the Toastmaster of the day, and I had one question to everybody. I asked them, what is that one bad habit everybody want to change? And guess what? As expected, more than majority of them told, I procrastinate. I want to fix it. I want to fix it. So from that, what I could see or observe is majority of people procrastinate. So it's not wrong, right? Most of us in the meeting at one point or the other in their life would have procrastinated. Even the great MS Dhoni or Sachin would have procrastinated in some point of their time in their life. But what is more important is, are you able to understand that you are procrastinating? Are you able to feel that if you don't procrastinate, you're able to succeed? That is where the best part comes to the picture. For example, if you take me, I also procrastinate. So how did I fix it, or why I take it as a positive way is there are certain things which I really don't want to do, and if I procrastinate in that, it's fine for me. For example, watching Netflix show. I rarely watch a movie, but my wife asked me, "Come, let's watch a movie together." I'll push that work to later part of the day, or sometime later part of the week, or sometime later part of the month. And if you see, sometime it'll be like months I've never watched a single movie or a TV or any Netflix or any shows for that matter. So in here also I'm procrastinating. I'm pushing this thing to very last. But if you see, it's a very good for me. The activity which are not going to improve my life to anything, any extent. These are called less leveraging activity. For example, watching a social media, watching Netflix show, or bunch eating, or something like that, which is not going to improve my life. And if I'm going to procrastinate over there, I think it's very good, right? I think that is one positive side of procrastinating. Procrastinating on things which is not going to improve your life in the positive manner. That's good. And just to overall to sum it up, humans as I could see, everybody procrastinate, and it's not bad as you think. Just that you have the habit of take one thing and not procrastinate. For example, for 21 days, do something on that, and if you are able to pass the 21 days mark, you'll definitely, I'm sure that will become your habit and you will achieve things. And if I have some time, just want to tell you that I had a friend who had this very good solution. Like he has a plan for every day. He takes a bit of paper in school, and I know he's the topper. He writes what he wants to do for that particular day. And at the end of the day, if he completes it, he crushes it and throws it out. If he doesn't complete it, he puts in his bag. So the end of the month, if he has more that cheats in the bag, it means that his month is not so good. But if he has less number of cheats in his bag, it means that that month is gone great for him. With that note, thank you. Back to you, PD Master.
Thank you, Dave. Your passion, your conviction, all that came through in that conversation. And thank you for that. So there are good things about procrastination. And Anup has also included in the chat that procrastination makes us human. Otherwise, we will be we will be like AI or machines. So this is good. So there are good side of procrastination. If you want to push something away, low value adding things, if return of investment is low in an activity, if you want to procrastinate that activity, it is good. So very well said, Dave. And Manu or Geetha, would you like to take up the next topic?
Yeah, I'll go next.
Yes, Manu.
I don't know which one is left. I'll take anything that is left.
Probably green.
Green, yeah. The green signal you got from nature that help you overcome procrastination. Okay. To be frank, I've not overcome procrastination, so I'll not be able to answer that question. For me, I am at peace with procrastination. I know I procrastinate a lot. One example was when Eustine pinged me a couple of days back asking for the topic. I know I didn't reply for 2 days. I was wondering, should I give the speech? What is the topic? I was just postponing. But I am at peace at procrastination. I know when the time comes, I will do. That has been my how I have been in my life right from my childhood. The exam is example that Eustine provided. That's the same thing that happened to me as well. When exams come, okay, I procrastinate, and probably it's the last day or the last night before the exam that I start preparing. And it's the same too. Even now, when I do some certifications from a work perspective, it is the last couple of days that I go in and study in detail. So I am at peace. I know I procrastinate, but I know that I'll get it done when it matters. So for me, that is how I am how I'm okay with procrastination right now. And Anup did raise a valid thing. We are humans. It is good to procrastinate because our thoughts go in different ways. We try to do something and then something else comes in and then we go there. Yeah, we are not machines. So it's okay to procrastinate. It's not a very bad thing. That's my perspective. Thanks.
Thank you for that. The lazy bums find justifications and reasons for their actions. I can see that. And I can take a leaf out of what Manu said. Yeah, we would say that, yes, even if we procrastinate, right? That is the right word. Is that the right pronunciation? Procrastinate or
Yes.
procrastinate?
Procrastinate.
Procrastinate. So even when you procrastinate, we do that last minute jumbling up and then make sure that it is delivered, it is done, whether it is a release date of delivering something or writing an exam, finishing something. But the question is, we all know that when we are doing that, so the whatever we read on the previous night of the exam, that gets stored in the short-term memory, and then we just pour it out on the next day on the paper or on the exam. But after that, it just vanishes. It doesn't have anything saved in your memory, in the long-term memory. So the whole exercise becomes futile because we have not really learned anything in that process. So that is one flip side when we are doing the last minute rush and doing things versus we have a structured, planned approach to things. So with that, I'll go to Geetha for the last color. I think purple is left. Otherwise, I can give you a random one. Are you on mute?
Yes, Geetha, you're on.
Geetha, are you good to go with purple?
Actually, I'm not willing to do the table topics. Anyway, you give me a topic.
Okay, so I'll give you a topic. Purple is the color of inclusion. Can you recall an incident that your circle of support has helped you overcome your laziness to do something? Did I share the video?
Yes.
Slide. Okay.
You are sharing the video?
The screen. I can. So it just disappeared. I can tell you the topic if that is fine.
Yes.
Yep. So the topic is, the color is purple, and the topic is narrate an incident where your circle of support has helped you overcome your laziness.
Thank you, Radhika. That is a very good topic you have given to me. The color purple. Actually, this color, it is a sign of positiveness. But being a mother of laziness, Geetha, for me, everything I used to procrastinate a lot. But ultimately, I gained success. But delay in things causes me to achieve things in a right manner. But when we are in a group or when people support us, this habit of procrastination can be overcome. Let me tell me an incident for this. Writing a PhD thesis. As you all know, it is a very hard task to complete, but as time goes by, there are certain deadlines to be completed to submit my thesis. My habit of procrastination was increasing day by day, but on those days I used to go and hear all the open defenses that was held in universities. So each time I would say that next time, this is my platform where I have to defend it and submit my thesis. So this habit I have created myself. And ultimately, one day I could see that previous to my submission, there was one fellow who was submitting and defending his thesis. And I was really shocked to hear his defense. And that inspired me a lot because I'm not letting him down, but an insight in me created, and I could see that I am well prepared for submitting my thesis in a right manner. So this person's open defense helped me a lot. Ultimately, I could submit my thesis, and within 2 months of time, my thesis was approved by university and I was awarded PhD. So procrastination in a sense it helps. On the other side, there is positive as well as negative feelings in that. Thank you.
Thank you, Geetha. So it's interesting that, your circle of friends or immediate circle, when somebody was presenting that thesis, you realize that compared to him, I'm well prepared. Why not give it a shot? That also is a support that you can get from the circle, though it is not that positive appreciation, but even there can be instances where someone inspires you because, not by doing something great, but doing something, daring to do something. So that is what you're learning here. I'm so glad that, we could go around the screen and have a very good conversation here. And so, Toastmaster of the day, can I hand over the control back to you?
We'll have one topic for you. So as it is in our meeting, PT Master also is, they're not going to leave. Anybody has a topic? If not, I will give the topic. Okay, I have a topic. I'll give for this is for our TT Master who has screwed us till now. So it's time for us to do right. So the topic is the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. I'll repeat. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now.
Lovely. Thank you, Dave, for the twist and a lovely topic. Somebody procrastinated and didn't plant a tree 20 years back. Now we get an opportunity to correct his action and plant a tree so that someone 20 years into the future will be able to reap the fruits and benefits out of it. So this is really good. So yes, we should have done something yesterday, but if we miss the bus, you can start today. This moment is the best moment to do something that you always wanted to do. We might have procrastinated it all along for various reasons. We have our own excuses for not doing it yesterday. But today is a new day, a different day, a new start. This is when you just sit down and take stock of what exactly is that tree or that plant or that seed you did not plant yesterday and you're keeping it aside. It is waiting to see the sprout of the day. It is waiting to see the sunlight of the day. Do you want to plant it and see it sprout and nurture it to grow and bear fruits someday into the future? That's a question I would like to throw back at you when we are concluding this conversation. So you missed that opportunity to plant that tree 20 years back. Let us do that today together with support from each other. Thank you very much. And back to you, Toastmaster Eustine.
Thank you so much, Topic Master Ratika, for this wonderful session. And I'm sure that we all got a lot to take away from today's session. Now, let us move on to the next session, that is the evaluation session. I invite the general evaluator for providing the feedback for the participants today.
Thank you, Toastmaster Adari. So let me start with our timer to present our complete timing report. Timer, Geetha ma'am.
The Toastmaster Manu, who did his speech, he has taken 6 minutes 54 seconds. And all other table topic speakers were within their limits, but however, they took 3 minutes 3 seconds. And I don't know about my timing. It was about 2 minutes. Others were all in time. This is all about the timer. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geetha ma'am, for that report. Moving on, let me call upon the Grammarian for today to share his report. Toastmaster Anup.
Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, thanks everyone for the opportunity. It was a good meeting. A lot of good usages. Some of the specific ones I have actually written here is TM Manu's speech about the job being the bread and butter, the golden rule aspect, Gandhi's proverb. They were all appropriate. Improvements, some usages like any sort of need instead of any needs was enough. In a quick note instead of on a quick note was the right usage. Told them instead of asked them. Silliest, smallest, you can use either of them. And the word of the day was not used, so that could have been improved. Radhika, TM Radhika, good usage of queen of procrastination, getting out of loop, circle of support, waiting to see the sunlight of the day. Usage of the word one in the one during the speech as well as one during one in the chat. TM Pradyumna, good usage is everything with lemon, and improvement is you can actually rephrase the in the area where we lived. You can actually rephrase it according to the sentence. Shivraj, some improvements that I have noted is coming next week onwards, based out of Cochin, could be the right usage. Best decision ever taken, or something like that. You could reduce the number of words. Repeatedly telling them the context was yours, so you should have used yours. Limitation to do my own. So those are the things that we can actually improve. Okay. Moving on. For the TMOD, panic monster and instant gratification monkey was the kind of word of the day for me. So that's great. Usage of the word of the day 2 times, improvement, he love instead of loves. So that's a kind of usage aspect. TM Dev, I don't really watch. Is the usage that could be corrected. Basically, with the context, it could be corrected. Watching a social media, it seems that the sentence was actually incomplete, so that could be improved. TM Manu, towards the next part of the, I mean, it's table topics. It is being at peace with procrastination was a good usage, and postponing was used. We need to pronounce it as postpone. TM Geetha, sign of positive instead of sign of positivity could be used, or sign of being positive can be used. This is my report for the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anu. Moving on, our counter for the day, Toastmaster Pradyumna, to share a report.
Hello, everyone. I have noted the R counter. So all of us have been using R multiple times while we speak. Do I have to read out the count? And
yes.
So Austin had used a couple of times R, and there is a pause in between when Geetha speaks. And of course, myself, I have used multiple times R, and there is a overlap when I speak. Toastmaster Deep, there were pauses when he speaks. Shivraj had used R multiple times, and there is end usage, inappropriate usage of end, and okay multiple times. Anup, Toastmaster Anup, he used a couple of times, and Radhika a couple of times as well. And that's the report of our counter for today.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pradyumna. Thank you for that. So now let me first start with my, as I am the evaluator, I will give my evaluation commands for Manu, and then I will come to each and everybody. So let me share my screen. Okay. So good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, once again, and to my speaker, Toastmaster Manu. Excellent speech. First of all, kudos for that. You have taken that initiative to come up with the storytelling. And I could see various sections, like I've divided your entire speech into 2 sections. One, where I got really connected with your speech. The other, where there was a disconnect. So coming to the connected part, it was a relatable story for all of us. Like most of us, at least in the meeting, at least some of us are working in IT field. And we would have also faced outages. Even HR would have had their own pain areas in terms of outages or any pressure point. So it was a relatable story to all of us. And the second thing is you have taken the lighter note, even the outage part, when you were explaining the outage part, you were smiling actually. And when you were at the end of the meeting, you were saying that customer were frustrated. And that time also you were smiling. So the entire episode of outage you have taken on a lighter note. That's, I think it's a unique way of telling the story. I really like that approach. And your story had a problem and a fix and a learning. So that's how usually a story should be there. Like you have a problem, then how do you fix it and what is the learning? In terms of learning, you really had a clear takeaway message for us. Like you have for two golden rule of customer support or when you have a problem. One is deep dive to whatever extent to fix the issue. Second, even it is a small issue, go for it. And very well said, I would say. And that point is universal, not only for customer support, anywhere in our personal life or in our social life, we face problem, we can use that. solution what you suggested. And coming as a rule of management, we are here to improve. And my 2 cents of point of improvement is any story to make it more interesting and engaging. You could have named your character, like for example, the customer name something like John or Andy or somebody, or the manager or project manager name. So you could have named 2 or 3 characters in your story, and you would have brought interaction between them, like what the customer Andy picked up the call and said, some kind of a two-way interaction could have brought into a story to make it a little bit more engaging. And second point, right at the start, the premise of the story is clear that you have a problem and you are going to fix it. So the thrill of was there at the start itself. So rather, you could have set the introduction of your company, of your what you were actually doing. It was a smooth sailing day to some extent. And right in the middle of your speech, if you would have come up with that sudden outage problem and then twist it from there, it would have been slightly better. So you had a smooth run till some point, and you had a very big bad day one day, and then how it was. So the twist would have come somewhere in the middle. It will be little slightly better. And third point is all about the presentation. I think thanks you stood up and spoke, but maybe your camera position was slightly below. You could have brought it to your head level, and there was little bit of unintentional movement, I feel, and eye contact. Like I think you were seeing the people who were turned on their video. Instead, maybe if you can see the web camera directly to it in the Zoom meeting, just if you see the web camera, it looks to us that you are directly seeing us. That's the only eye contact we really see. So that may improve your speech. Overall, you had a fantastic story, had a problem in your story, and a clear, very good takeaway message. If you can work on bringing the characters to your story, interaction between them, and then working on the presentation part, it will be slightly more better. On that note, thank you. All the best to you. So that is my evaluation command. So moving on, I'll come to the overall report now. So this report is like right from the start till the end, right? So hope you can see my screen. So this I have taken it really fast. So maybe some point will be wrong or mistaken. Sorry for that. So overall report, we had the technical glitch, as you know, but somehow we managed it. And thanks for Manu. We had a Zoom meeting again, and we were able to start in time. This is a good approach, right? As he said, we have a problem, even in our Zoom meeting, and we are able to fix it and run the show. That is the thing. And secondly, on the way to improve it, bring more applause. As you know, if it is a real meeting, we would have heard a lot of applauses or claps whenever there is a speech. So we can bring that somehow here. Coming to the surgeon at arms, she clearly explained the role. I think she has taken a stand-up role today. Thanks for that. And on the negative side, bit of clap, as I told you at the start, or maintain the eye contact would be slightly better. And coming to our main anchor or MC for the day, Toastmaster of the day, Eustine Thomas. So the I have clearly differentiated. So on the positive note, she has a very relatable and relevant theme. As I told you, everybody procrastinate. And second the thing is, whenever someone speaks, it's always the connection will be there when they smile and speak. And she was completely throughout her speech. I could see she has that smile and storytelling approach. Like rather than giving so much content about what is procrastinating, how to overcome it, she had a proper story what happened in her life. So on that way, she was explaining what is procrastination, how she overcome it. So storytelling approach in this was very good, and the way she introduced the role players, she got their points, and every role player she introduced it very well. Kudos for that. And the points where I would suggest is you were very fast. You were very fast. The way you speak was so fast. Even I speak so fast. So somewhere if you pass it and make it slow, as I'm doing now, so it will be a little bit more. It will pull the audience well. Bring those intentional passes and spacing between your words. It will improve your speech. So that's one thing. Second, interaction. So there were 7 more people in the audience. So you would have asked some question to and fro here and there to bring that interaction with the audience. And third point is you had an entire speech of yours at the start. Right from the word go, you were onto it super fast. In 3 minutes or 4 minutes, you completed a speech and then you started the meeting. Rather, as it's a MC kind of a role, my suggestion is you can sprinkle that after each session. Like you can tell where you had the procrastination before maybe the prepared speech. After the prepared speech, before the evaluation session, you can say how you really worked upon it and give an instance where you improved it. And third point, after the uh, G session or something, you can say how it really improved your life. What action you've taken, how you really improved your life. So something like that, you can split up your entire speech throughout your meeting. That is one suggestion from my side. And that's it. Thanks for taking up the role today. And going to our TT master, she had a really a very good way of conducting the TT session. Interesting topic selection. It was neither too hard nor easy for us to speak, but we were able to manage it. And she uploaded for each speaker after their speech, right? And the most important thing is listening to each speaker and adding her views. This is a part of an active listening project. I think she has completely listened to everybody's total speech, total 3 minutes or 2.5 minutes, and she listened to it and she added her views to it. That is a very good way of conducting a TV session. One slight improvement you can give at the end is maybe based on your experience, you can tell people how to improve the table topic speech. That is one suggestion from my side. Moving on to the role of a timer, she clearly explained the role, and I always Toastmaster Geetha, she clearly, slow and steadily explained the role uh, of each section, of the timing of each section. On the lighter area to improvement, could try for PPT, kind of Excel to show the timing, to share the timing, what each person has taken, and the color, as I told you, maybe slightly for the guest, maybe slightly difficult. So if you can bring that virtual background to show that color code, it will be slightly better. Make use of the technology. That is one thing I would say. And coming to the grammarian, and again, he listened to each and every one of us rather than saying what is the good usage and what is the bad usage. He took it in user by speaker, what is their plus, what is their minus, and clearly explained that. Word of the day usage, I felt it was difficult, but still some people have really used it. And uploading for the speaker and PPT report, complete report, if you see, it was really helpful for us to correct our mistake. Maybe a slight improvement, you can plan for some quote or idiom for the day along with the word of the day. And for the counter for the day, she has taken the role very first time, but it didn't appear to me like that. So she explained the role, listened to all the speakers, and she uploaded when somebody has less used. Maybe cons, maybe you can work on as a grammarian. You can also come up with an Excel report or a graph or something, or normal Excel report to show that. And need not go with individually. We show that report and pause it for some 1 minute. Everybody can see what is their point, and any team to overcome the filler. So overall, on a Saturday afternoon, it was a fantastic meeting. We somehow learnt it, and as I told you, we didn't procrastinate. At least don't procrastinate in the Toastmaster meeting, and we have attended the meeting. Thanks for all of us, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dev, for that wonderful evaluation. Very well done. So with that, we come to the end of a wonderful session. I would like to end the session with a thought on the theme of the day. As Dave mentioned, understanding that we are procrastinating is very important. Most of the time we procrastinate, maybe because we are scared of failure, worry about the heaviness of those tasks, etc., etc. The reasons can be many. There is a simple solution, as a famous person once said. If it's your job to eat a frog, it's best to do it first thing in the morning. And if it's your job to eat 2 frogs, it's best to eat the biggest one first. So the best way to get something done is begin. And the best time to begin is now. So the power of now. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for this wonderful session. And back to Dave.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster of the day. So we don't have our president today, but we have our guest. And let me listen from our guest today. I think slowly you are part of our meeting. Regularly you have been with us. You can share your feedback, Toastmaster Shivraj.
Yeah, sure. I just want to share my feedback definitely. Uh, so the topic of the day, procrastination. I'm not comparing, but as in terms, I'm just a career. My career should have started just 1 year before, but I'm thinking I'm the pro level procrastinator compared to all of you. So the tips and tricks I got from this class, I'll definitely use to improve my non-procrastination things. So, and I would love to go with this Toastmasters class in future. I'll not try to procrastinate for Toastmasters at least, definitely. And thank you for that.
Thank you, Suraj.
Over to you.
We are really glad that this meeting is going to change your life in a positive manner. Anybody else want to share or a tip, because we have 2 to 3 minutes? So we are winding up. So any tip or any suggestion, it's open for all, and then we'll close it up in another 2 minutes. Anup, Manu, Radhika.
Yeah, my only one piece of advice to Shivraj, what he mentioned, right? He started his career, he said that he started his career 1 year before, and you could actually see many of us actually sitting probably decades into their career, right? So obviously, procrastinating is not that big a crime. You can do it, but yeah, be choosy about when you do it.
Thank you, Anup. So any Manu or Radhika, any point to add?
He has the advantage. That is how I see it. Shivaraj has come in contact with a tool that can help him early in life. If only I had this platform in my 20s. That is why I keep thinking whenever I attend these meetings. So Shivraj, you are in a advantage position to leverage this and make the best use of it.
Correct.
Thank you, Radhika. Manu, you want to add anything? Manu, Geetha, ma'am.
No, it is good to see that Shivraj wants to improve himself right now. That shows that he is not a procrastinator, right? There is some level of thinking that he wants to improve. So that is good to see. That is why he is in such meetings. So I would advise him to continue that.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manu. Geetha, Pradyumna, I think you want to add?
I mean, I really appreciate Shivraj for joining the meeting because I have been procrastinating to join this meeting from quite some time, but Shivraj had joined much quickly. And as Eustine mentioned, the best time to start new thing is now.
Thank you, Pradyumna. So, Sivaraj, as everyone is saying, if you want to be a member, VPM is Toastmaster just now, or you can reach it to any one of us here to become a member. So, last on, we always say that we learn a lot from Toastmaster, but first time I'm saying whatever we are learning is going to be used by someone outside Toastmaster, as Sivaraj was saying. So, that is a key takeaway message I see. Whatever we learn out of Toastmaster, let us use it outside our Toastmaster and make someone's life change in a positive manner. On that note, thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank
Enjoy the
you.
rest of your day.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone. Bye-bye. Have a
Bye.
great weekend.